Hey besties, welcome to Stoned and Horny, the podcast all about exploring and expanding your knowledge in sex and cannabis with experts and friends. We're your hosts, Merrrica and Hayley Herms. And joining us today is cannabis content creator, Queen Eyelean.
Hey guys, thank you guys for having me.
Thanks for being
so
here.
excited to be
Yay.
here.
On this episode, we will be talking about sex and pregnancy and cannabis and pregnancy.
Cool.
But before we get started, let's give a huge thank you to our sponsor for this episode, Hemper. Hemper, it's a monthly box subscription for all your cannabis supplies. It includes a bong and rolling papers. And do you just want to open it up?
We're gonna open. There's so many options. So first off, Eileen, of course we had to give you a Hemper box.
Oh hell yeah!
This is gonna go nicely with the
Okay, thank
goodies
you.
we gave you. So anything, you should be able to smoke out of every single thing and more in
a
there.
little ducky too.
Yes.
I've seen. So if you go on there, they have a website and you pick a box, or they're monthly surprises.
It's a monthly surprise,
that's
but I
cool.
think also there's a store so you can buy past bongs.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
there's
cool.
it's like different themes on the boxes. So if like
Yeah.
you can see
This
really
little-
quick, Eileen,
yeah.
can you hold it up for the camera? This one's like a rubber ducky thingy, and then I have this like Hemper cactus jack box that's super nifty. It looks like
I
America
have
has like the regular
A
like
glow in the dark ashtray with a poker for your bowl.
That's
That's
tight.
nifty.
You need
I love
that.
pokers.
The glow in the dark for when
I-
you're smoking at
I'm
night.
a bong smoker, so
Ooh. So first up, I'm gonna blow through this. We won't do a whole like YouTube unboxing style, but we have glass here. So every box comes with a piece of glass, but I'm assuming they're all different. Woo! Oh my god.
Careful.
However, Hemper as you guys saw, if you're listening, I just dropped it, but Hemper packaged it so well. Of course, it didn't break. Everything's all here. Shout out Hemper for the great packaging. Oh my god, this is so freaking
That's
cute.
cute.
It's a little cactus.
Oh, that is
Oh
super cute.
my god.
like
This is
bubbly.
adorable. I have a little cactus. It came with
And the bowl.
OCB cones.
Mhm.
I love, and it comes with these little, it looks like Q-tips, but
Perfect
they're
for your dab rig.
rigs. Yeah,
Mhm.
to clean them, which
See?
obviously everyone needs. We have vanilla smooth twisted
Also,
hemps.
It comes with a bowl and
No
a
way.
banger.
No way.
Oh yes,
super
the bowl's
cute.
right here. I just didn't want to lose it.
Guys,
So
this is too fucking cute. I do not even want to
that
smoke
is
out
the
of it.
cutest little thing of my life.
It's gonna go in my bathroom.
Oh, that's I would
That is
almost like
cute
make
while you're
that like
taking
a
a bath.
decoration.
So
And then there's
cute.
a keychain in here. And then we have a lighter. You can never have enough lighters. And then premium filter tips. I can't smoke a joint without filter tips. I don't know how anyone does it.
This one's super cute too.
Let
It's
me
like a
see.
Yoshi egg.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna
Oh
put
my
this
god,
together.
I love the color. It's so cute.
That
Super
is
cute.
adorable. That is so
That is so fetch.
Yeah.
It's so fetch. I love it. Oh my god, everyone! This is my little glass piece. It's a little cactus. How
It's
cute!
super
I'm
cute.
obsessed, and of course, these are hemp.
Thank
so
you,
there's no
guys.
nicotine. Because if you guys have been listening, Merrick and I have been trying to cut off
Nicotine
the nicotine. So
break.
this Hemper package and sponsorship couldn't have come at a better time. And let's be real, we're gonna use this immediately afterwards. So
Why are you guys
course.
taking a nicotine? I mean, I know it's good for you, but what made you decide to start?
I
right
just feel like the last time I smoked a blunt, I was so lightheaded and like I was coughing up gunk, like from a blunt.
now? Yeah,
So I just think that it's necessary. I haven't smoked a blunt in like
I feel
3
like
months.
Yeah.
I felt like I was addicted to them. Like,
Oh.
so I moved to New York. Well, I'm bi-coastal, but there was a period where I moved to New York, or I go there for Fashion Week. So I stay there for a couple months out of the year. And everyone on the East Coast smokes, backwoods. And so I was mentioning on another episode, it was just like, they smoke like a literal like pack a day. And like, I don't know how they smoke so much, how they afford to smoke so much. But like the true New York stoners, they be going hard. And then not only do they have the backwoods, but they wrap it with the Fronto. Fanta, whatever
the
it's
Fanta
called.
leaf.
Yeah, the Fanta leaf. So then all of a sudden, it was kind of like what Merrrica said. Like the high is just really like the head. It's almost like where you get sick.
Mm-hmm.
And it causes cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mom died from
I'm
cigarettes. And so I just try to be more conscious. I would never shame anyone. And I'm not going to lie, like, you know,
I'm not
I like to
shaming
hit a nice
people
blunt
either.
still.
Yeah, I know.
But I just
It's hard.
don't try to go out of my way anymore to buy lots of packs.
Yeah. So I think it's crazy too that you guys are stopping right now. My fiance just recently cut off smoking because he found they found something in his heart. They're not sure what it is yet.
Smoking weed?
Yeah, he's just stopped smoking. Like, well, he
Period.
only smokes weed or like dabs, but now he just like stopped smoking. Period. Like taking edibles only. He just knows that whatever affects your lungs can affect your heart. So he's just like, it just scared him. Like cold
How
turkey.
they found out the problem?
No, he was still testing and stuff. I mean, it's
Okay.
nothing like crazy, but with him, he's like a big warrior. Like he worries a lot. I don't know. I
Aw.
feel like it's a name. What do you call those people that are just so scared?
Worry wart?
No, it's like where there's
OCD.
something.
Hemophiliac.
I think that's what it is. It's where they're just
Germaphobe.
maybe that too. No, not germaphobe.
No, well,
I think
they think something's wrong with them.
yeah. And
Oh, that's like my best friend. She's always like, something's wrong with me. I have to go see the doctor.
like when we had COVID, I think that got the best of him more than anything, just him thinking. So, yeah. But anyways, yeah.
So if you don't mind me asking, how does it affect him not smoking weed anymore?
He wasn't a big smoker, so it wasn't bad.
Not a
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
Okay.
But I feel like for me, that'd be hard for me to do.
That's what I was just thinking.
I mean, not really. I mean, I stopped cold turkey when I found out I was pregnant.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah,
I want to know
that.
more.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's exactly why you're here
Yeah.
today. But like, okay, I guess we're just gonna dive
Yeah,
in. Okay, you found out you were pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And you said you stopped smoking cold turkey. I guess we have so much detail. We're going to go into this and go back and forth. But did you ever start, like, did you ever bring it back in? Did you talk to your doctor? But, like, give us the full lowdown. Eileen, take the freaking floor.
Okay.
And we're also going to bring in some of the stuff that our listeners said, too, as well, about their experiences. But we want to hear all about your experience.
Well, first off, I want to say it's just everything that I did was just in my opinion. I didn't ask my doctor anything, to be honest. I just knew, like, if I ever got pregnant and the way I smoke as much as I smoke, like, what am I going to do, Because I was trying to get pregnant, but it took us like 5 years. So anyways, like the day I found out I was pregnant, I was smoking like the most I was smoking ever, like the time I found out I was pregnant. So that day I did take a dab, but it was like the middle of the day. I think my boobs were like really, really hard and aching, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. I didn't go to the gym, it's kind of weird. And I was real moody like the past days after, like real like crazy, like
so different. It was
Different,
like, well, I don't understand why I'm acting like this.
Yeah, that's what made me take the pregnancy test, and I was just so more shocked than anything. I didn't really think about the smoking part till later, but when I did like start thinking, like when that time to where like, okay, are you gonna? It's about that time for a dab, like
yeah.
I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna just take like one good dab just to end it, just to, I don't know, just. I know I'm not going to smoke anymore. So actually, I ended up not doing it. I didn't smoke at all. I ended up just quitting cold turkey. And like the first night, it was smooth. But like, I swear to God, like the next day, it just like triggered. Like, I don't know what it was. Well, I don't know if it was a combination from being pregnant and like I just stopped cold turkey because like I said, when I smoked, I was like smoking an eighth at a time, or if I was taking dabs, I was taking like big ass dabs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in bed for like weeks after, like starting the next day I stopped smoking. I was just in bed.
And do you know about how far along you were?
About I think 7, maybe 9 weeks.
Oh wow, so just barely pregnant.
Barely
and then
pregnant.
You were immediately on bed rest.
Yeah, I mean just because I had no energy, I couldn't keep anything down. my body was
Oh,
just
you
like
think it was like
no.
withdrawals
aching.
from
I
smoking?
don't. I think so. I mean,
If
it
I don't
had to
smoke
be,
for
you
too
know.
long, I get so nauseous.
Right.
And especially because I feel like
And then you can't eat because
yes, and then you're like trying to force yourself to eat, and you kind of want to puke. It's like regardless, you might puke, and like, and it's hard because there's so many different reasons why I use it. I imagine like obviously when you're pregnant you don't have to worry about using it for cramps, but like for like ADHD, like I'm so spastic and it makes me so calm to be able to do my work. I feel like if I quit weed, I would like have to get on some form of like
some form of weed
medication. Yeah, some form of weed. But like, I don't know, because I tell people it's interesting to me when people are like, I'm gonna cut cold turkey for like non-reason. Like I get tolerance breaks to an extent, but to me, if I'm trying to take a tolerance break, I would just rather go smaller and cut back daily and go down than just go cold turkey, because that to me is like, would you tell like a bipolar person like stop taking your bipolar meds? I don't know. So to me, for someone who uses cannabis for medical purposes and not just recreational, I mean, hell yeah, I use it recreationally. But like also for actual medical purposes, I couldn't imagine if someone just like stopped it, especially while your body's going through so many hormonal changes. But nowadays,
it was really hard.
There's so much research where doctors are saying like, yeah, feel free to smoke a little.
That's the thing is like I got so many people telling me like it's okay. My doctor said it was okay, and like from the research that I did, it was different. You know,
most of it from history is gonna say no.
They don't. They're just. It's just not. It's unsure. It's not really like
they haven't really done the testing.
Yeah, they haven't
for
really
it.
did.
Do you think? And you can tell me if this is too personal. Do you think you were scared to smoke because it took you so long to get pregnant you didn't want to jinx it?
No, I more, it was like I was trying so long to get pregnant that like, you know, bringing another human into this world, like it's not fair to the baby for me to get high, you know. I feel like that it's just not fair to him. Like I feel like the baby, I don't know,
like he didn't or he or she did not consent. But do you have a girl or a boy?
I was pregnant with a boy. I have a girl and a boy.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
Okay, 2 kids. I
Congratulations.
just thought you had the one. Congrats!
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so 2 pregnancies.
Yeah, but the first time I wasn't a smoker. Like,
okay.
So it wasn't. So this time, yeah, it was a.
So then you can kind of. So do you think? So when you cut off cold turkey, were you on bed rest when you found out you were pregnant? Okay, no. So you immediately were like, this has to be like associated.
But then again, it's like every pregnancy is different. Like I still don't know. You know, I know it had to be like some withdrawals for sure. You have to, like, even if someone stops drinking coffee, like a coffee drinker, you know, they're gonna have some kind of withdrawal. But yeah, it just and then like my fiance too, like he's not a big time smoker because he gets anxiety and all that. So I feel like, okay, that my baby's gonna be some of him, you know. It's just, I don't know, I just can't do that, even though it's like
medically they said it would be okay. You felt like your intuition told you not to do it.
And then what if something, and like you say, it's not proven. So and then again I think about like how my baby's gonna come out, if he's gonna come out with breathing problems because I smoked or ate, or like
you would just be like concerned if he ever had like some kind of breathing problem, or this and that.
Any problem, like
So
I'm gonna, you know.
Outside of smoking, did you consume cannabis in any other way, like topically or edibles?
I did maybe some CBD in the beginning, but that's it.
But that's not that's not THC, psychoactive.
So I felt comfortable doing that.
Okay, so you went on bed rest, and then how many weeks would you say? So you're 7-8 weeks pregnant. You go on bed rest because
I was on bed rest my whole pregnancy. I felt like it. I swear it felt like
you were so sick,
so fucking sick, like all day. It wasn't morning sickness. It was all day. Anything that I ate, watermelon, water, like it was horrible. And I don't know anybody that. I mean, I know people have it bad, but like, man, I was miserable. Miserable. I felt like I was getting depressed. Like it was horrible.
How are you feeling now since
then? Oh my God, I feel amazing. And
are you
I'm saying it was
again?
hard. Yes.
Okay.
I tried to do breastfeeding and still not smoke.
Okay.
But it was the breastfeeding for me that was hard. And, you know, it was cool because I got to smoke again. But yeah, I didn't. That's not why I stopped breastfeeding.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted the best for my baby. I'm trying so hard to have a baby. You know, I'm just want the best and try to do my best. So.
Yeah, all you can do is what's best for you.
Yeah.
So do you know other women that have
Actually,
smoked during
yeah.
their pregnancies? And
yeah, like a little, like I beat my whole friend list, you know. So it was.
okay.
I think it was more.
So
crazy
you're
to
more
them.
kind of you were the
Yeah.
odd one out.
Yeah.
Okay. And on that note, I want to bring in like some of what our listeners said to get more stories in.
Yeah, I know a lot of girls kept telling me like it's okay, but I may be okay, but just for me and my
You don't want to take any chances.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
don't get mad at me. I'm not trying to feel like I'm
No, I think you're
better
doing
than
the best.
anybody.
No, but people have different levels of anxiety and different levels of this and that.
Yeah, I just don't know what kind of person my baby's gonna be. You know, it's just
yeah, like we said, everyone can do the best for them as long as you're not shaming anyone. I think there's obviously a difference between using something for medical purposes versus abusing it.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, I agree with that too.
So as long as we're saying as long as you're not abusing it, everyone different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, and they say that if you're gonna do that too, like stop smoking for those type of reasons, then you should stop, eating at McDonald's and eating
the processed sugar.
Totally agree with that too.
There's so many. Just even the air we breathe outside is
it's like you just have to try your best.
Exactly. So on that note, some of our listeners, we said, would you? Here we go. Would you or have you tried cannabis while pregnant? Why or why not? One of our listeners said, I personally did due to suffering from severe PTSD and panic attacks. My daughter is 6 now and has had no problems, and I had no problems during the pregnancy. I did feel bad about it at first, but then when I talked to my doctor, they said I would be fine. So we love to hear that. Another person said Cleopatra did it, which I think that's hilarious. That it was not fact checked, but I would love to go back to see if
Can we
Cleopatra.
fact check that?
We do that.
Then another lovely person said, I personally used it in all stages with all 3 pregnancies. It's helped for far more than any type of Western medication I've used, and it didn't have harsh side effects. My doctor always said it's like anything else when you're pregnant. Use it like a medicine rather than a fun sort of thing. I still enjoy the high with gummies and whatnot, but it's not like my blunts I have when I'm not carrying. So she's basically saying she just did it, the nausea. But however, I will say she's the only person in our listeners that said she used it in all 3 trimesters with all 3 kids.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting and controversial take. We love the controversy here, though.
I just feel, like I said, everybody's different. A lot of people are going to have kids that come out 100% fine, and then some's going to have that one.
Because everyone's bodies are different.
So.
And then I'll read one more. Yeah. She said, it's a little bit longer, but we love the detail. I personally used cannabis in the early stages of my pregnancy. I had a full intent to stop smoking. As I stated, it's controversial, but I threw up every day, all day for months. I lost 10 pounds, red and purple spots all over my face and neck from constant puking. I was given prescription for anti-nausea pill, but I would throw that up too after taking it. I tried every natural method I had heard of and read about, and finally, I had to turn to my beloved natural product, cannabis. I smoked a small amount of bud in a bowl, no tobacco at all, it's not safe for the baby. I was finally able to eat and keep everything down as well as feel like myself again.
That's awesome.
I had no issues, and neither did my child from smoking while pregnant. I did meet once with a CPS worker one time after the birth because of it. The CPS worker determined that there was nothing to be concerned about, thankfully, as I am responsible and a loving parent. So proceed with caution. Everyone is different. What worked for me may not work for you, and vice versa. I love that story. I think that's like a very great story.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't even think about how someone could call CPS and
being
these days
irresponsible.
in America, we see so much of human trafficking happening through CPS. I watched this woman, they took away her baby because it was dehydrated, but they only knew it was dehydrated because she brought it to the hospital to get it hydrated, and it was through a natural switch from breast milk to formula. So, which is a normal transitional problem. I used to be a nanny, so I know that's like an everyday thing. However, someone called CPS on this wonderful mother and took her child away. So I think, you know, luckily for that woman, it worked out for her. But I think there's so many cases, especially if you might be a woman of color, where that wouldn't have worked out in your favor. So I think it just goes back to like the importance of like legalizing cannabis. But that's a whole other topic. But so you decide, so your friend, I want to kind of like dig back into your friends a little bit, if it's okay. So they used it. Did you know any of them that used it in all 3 stages?
No, not all 3 stages. I feel like my friends that I know that talked to me about it, they stopped, I think like mid second semester, maybe.
Around 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And so it helped with, they're using it for nausea and other things like that.
Yeah.
And
that's what most of them say. Like,
and did any of them that you know of like have regrets or anything, or they're all chilling?
No, not that I know of. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. Well then,
Would you smoke if you got
Yeah,
pregnant?
would you guys?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've thought about this, and I think I might. I definitely don't think I could do it my 2nd and 3rd trimester, because I personally feel like there isn't enough evidence to support that. However, I personally can understand in that 3-4 month zone, especially because most women don't even find out they're pregnant. Like, honestly, I think 6 and 7 weeks
It's
when you find
early.
out, that's
After you
early.
like miss a period.
Yeah.
I know my body. I'm like, there's something going on.
Yeah, and some people like just like me, I'm just kind of like, wait, what? Huh? And so like I don't think I would really maybe realize unless I had like
A test,
or had like you said, like your
Boobs.
boobs were just so like
you were moody.
Yeah.
Moody.
So I
was
just
like a whole different person, and I don't know what was going on with me.
you're like, I'm possessed.
And how long did you feel like a different person?
Only not that, because my man was already about to leave me. Like I was like, something's going on.
Yeah.
Oh no. It
like,
could really be like that though.
Yeah.
Hormones are that like
They're raging.
And once because he I think he was 33 when he found out his first baby that we were pregnant. So where was I going with that? I don't even know where I was going. It was his first baby, you know, so
he was nervous.
no, how do I say? He was more just excited, and it was like, okay, that's what's wrong with you. You know, that was what's been wrong with you these past couple of days.
Okay.
It's like thinking like you have something
So
else
then-
going on, you know?
Oh, he thought maybe you had something on the side or
No,
something.
that's just like, it's my own, like, I need to deal with my own kind of issues kind of thing, you know? Like, it was just really bad. Like, I don't know what was wrong. My hormones were off the wall. Like,
the
for
first
sure.
pregnancy, were they that bad?
No, it wasn't. That's why, like, my first pregnancy was smooth. I did have nausea and stuff, but it wasn't that bad, you know?
When did you find out you were pregnant the first time?
It was early, too. It was like
Okay.
the same theme kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because most
early.
people aren't even finding out till they're almost like 3 months anyways. And to be honest, if I was like waking up every day and nauseated, like eventually after a few days, yes, I would go get a pregnancy test, but I'd probably like increase my weed take.
Right?
Like,
Just to, like, get that feeling out, you know?
Yeah. So if like, I'd probably just be like, oh, maybe.
But yeah, like me, like, I mean, I don't know what it was, but yeah, for sure my boobs aching, but I was smoking a lot. So for, like you said, like, how would you maybe even notice, like some women even notice,
Yeah,
like
you're
being
like,
high
maybe I
all
have
the
the
time,
flu.
feeling good, you know? You're
Yeah, like I'm never sick. What about you? Would you consider cannabis?
I would consider cannabis if I needed it. Like, I'll try not to, but like if I felt nauseous or uncomfortable, because I feel that cannabis is more natural than another medicine that I could be taking.
Yeah.
I feel like too, my fiance had a big part of me, like, not, like, just encouraging me not.
You had good support.
Yeah, good
and
support.
a lot of
he didn't like tell me like you can't, you don't, because I feel like
your body, your choice.
He gets it. He doesn't want me. So.
And that's so lucky for you.
Yeah,
because a lot of women either don't have that support or they have that support, and it's like not
for sure.
more of a choice as it
like,
is like
we both
this is what you're gonna do.
Yeah,
yeah. So on that note, still pregnancy related, but like I'm so curious.
Yeah.
What is sex like when you're pregnant? I'm scared.
I feel like everybody's different. For me, I mean, it was like,
were you horny?
I wasn't, but not like crazy, but I didn't say I wasn't I did not want to do it neither.
Because I've heard stories where once you get pregnant, sometimes you can get super horny.
And you're just
some girls, I've heard that too. And then I've heard also some girls just don't want nothing to do with it.
Because they feel gross.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
What was your experience?
I feel like, to be honest, I never even said this, but I feel like it was more, even like my fiance.
Did you feel sexier?
No, I didn't feel sexier. I feel like it was more awkward for him.
Okay.
And as much as he told me like, no, it's fine, like you're sexy, it's still in the back of my head was like, no, it can't be comfortable for you. It just, so I think
is it because of like the positions or like because like
big belly? I was, and too, for me, I was strict to like one type of position. There you go. Because I was very uncomfortable in my own pregnancy too. It was horrible. But
horrible?
I don't say like, not the sex part.
Oh.
Pregnancy was horrible.
Okay.
But both rounds?
No, my first round wasn't horrible.
Were you horny then?
No. I remember that. No, I wasn't.
Was it just like normal or just like you're like, nah, bruh, it's not happening?
It was just like, no. And it was yeah. And then for my first pregnancy, I was pretty much by myself most of the time too. Okay. So it wasn't, I didn't really think about it. I was focused on just more other things. Yeah.
So like, was there ever a point, what was there, or like how many months along where you're like, okay, we can't have sex anymore, like hands off?
I don't think I even thought about that.
Okay.
Even like, cause I had a C-section too. So, you have to wait longer, I think I jumped in like 4 weeks in, and I probably messed up. I probably messed myself up by doing that.
Oh, no. It's been so you had to wait 4 weeks before.
You have to wait 6 weeks.
But 6 weeks if it's vaginally.
To heal up.
Because they like sew you.
No, for the C-section.
Did you have C-sections both times?
Yeah, I did.
Because the C-section is like really rough on women's bodies, and like you're literally getting cut up and then sewn back up,
abdominal,
and you only get a couple days to rest.
Yeah, and then you're up.
Yeah, both sound really painful.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how it is. Having a baby like vaginally and then having sex. I don't know how that is, but
oh no,
I don't know either.
So then you waited 6 weeks.
You're supposed to wait 6 weeks, but like I said, like 4 weeks in, I was like, I'm trying to.
As long as you weren't moving too hard or rough, you know.
And how was it?
I was good, but at the end, like it was like, I don't know why we did that. Like I had pain down there, like on my cut.
You gotta be careful.
After. Yeah. After I was like starting to feel okay, too, like
because they're like, you get brave. You're like, I'm
interior
fine.
stitches.
Because you're getting cut like 5 layers
all the way down there.
Oh my god.
Like so my cut's not that bad. It's actually like right here, my cut. I could like wear a bikini. But still, that's like
through you.
No, I know. It's like the worst. It's like why I like, girls after having babies, like some girls don't even need like a tummy tuck. They don't have stretch marks. But like I had like for my first pregnancy, I had my muscle abs like ripped apart. So like the second time around being pregnant, that's why I think it was so hard too, because I still had that. I never got it fixed.
You have to get it fixed?
You have to get it.
What do you do?
Your muscle repair?
It's like you have to go to like what's it called? Plastic surgeon. You can't. It's not like a.
Is it covered by insurance?
No, it's not, because it's.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's cosmetic. Yeah, it's because if you want it to look nice, I know it's crazy, right?
I'm done with America.
I know, but anyways, like I need to get that. I need that done for myself, but like the C-section like scared the fuck out of me. Like I don't even want to be cut down there. Like I just
you
don't
want
want to
any
be
more
cut.
kids?
Did you get a choice or like?
Oh, for my no, it was emergency for my first baby. But then for my second time around, I was just like, why not? You know. But it was
You already have the
it was
cut.
harder the second time. Yeah.
Would you go back and try to give birth vaginally the
I
second?
don't know, to be honest.
Do they put you
I'd be
under
scared too.
when they cut you open? Are you like? Are you?
No.
You're half asleep. I know
Oh,
so
no.
many
No,
friends that almost
you're
died because
awake.
of their
Yes.
C-section. You're awake. You just can't. So
Don't
they
have kids,
paralyze,
Merrrica.
basically, like not paralyzed, but they like numb you from the waist down.
Mm-hmm. And
So
then,
you
but you also too, they strap your arms like
I've
this.
seen a picture.
They strap your arms like this, and you're just like,
and you can
Why?
see everything.
Why?
do they? I don't.
Why?
So you don't move around or
I'm pretty
accidentally touch them
sure.
or hit them.
It is. It's like
no, man.
to do that like by yourself. It's the scariest. It would be the scariest fucking thing. But I
Yeah.
had my fiance. I had my man with me, and I felt it was scary, but it wasn't so bad.
Same when you get implants, you're strapped down like that.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I want.
Oh fuck no.
Oh.
Oh hell.
And then they give you the gas.
Well, with
and then they
implants,
IV you.
if I'm like dead ass asleep, okay, that's one thing. But if I am half fucking awake with my body, this and that, I want to move my arms.
You
That's
know what?
fucking insane. And I have 2 friends that almost died getting C-sections.
Oh no.
And like
That's the
that
scariest
scares the
thing.
shit out
That
of me
is so
because
scary.
the one friend, her right leg was completely numb, but her left one wouldn't go numb. So they kept giving her this teeny little girl more things, and then finally they're like, we can't wait any longer. Like she has to go, but she was like so like she almost died and like flatlined. And then
Goodness.
I had another friend where like in theory they gave her enough medication, but there was still complications. And the baby lived, but she like almost died, and there was a miracle. And the one friend didn't have her man by her side, and then the other one did. But either way, I just like
Yeah, it's pregnancy.
I've been looking more
It's
into an
crazy.
adoption.
Yeah, that is.
Because like honestly, a couple years
scary.
ago,
Just
I watched a couple YouTubers, and I feel like I don't know if this is gonna sound weird, but I almost feel like pregnancy is just like super normalized, and like I just think it's so risky. I think it's just kind of like, oh, I'm pregnant, and like everyone's ready for a baby shower and this and that, but we're not like talking about all the risks. And then it finally wasn't until I watched one of my favorite YouTubers, and she was like, you know what? Me and my husband thought we wanted to have this, and she's like, I do not want any more kids. When she was like, when my baby came out of me, I felt like I was me again. She was like, she's like, I don't, because she,
Just
not like
crazy.
religiously, but she's like, I felt like something had taken over my body. She's like, she's a tiny girl. She's like, I'm ripped from my vag to my asshole. And like, she just, but that, you know, in theory though, the vag to asshole rippage, that's everyone. That's she's not
normal.
special.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was really getting candid. And then I was like, you know, I was at the age where, I don't know, where I come from, most of the girls like got married to their high school sweethearts, but all their families were rich. So you like, you know, you married someone who worked at a family this and that and blah, blah, took care of everything.
Mm-hmm.
However, I just couldn't imagine having a baby right now, but still the pressures of that, of course, I was like looking into it. And so I just though was horrified. I was just I don't know. Eileen, you're freaking trooper. Like,
Yes.
like
Amazing.
you like,
Oh, I'm not having any
did
more
you,
babies.
okay, so no more babies for you, but did you hear any, like, did your friends have any horror stories, or like, do you know anyone like that that's just like, oh my God, I wanted to have a zillion. I personally was like, I'm going to have 12 kids because I want a huge family because I don't have a family. And so I was like, I'm going to have a huge family, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, you know, I went from like, I'm going to have 12 kids. I'm going to be one of the Duggars. And then I was like, okay, maybe 8 because I'll be rich and famous. And then I watched like people be like, I watched my friends struggle with their kids. I was like, 4. 4 is good. Then I watched
That's
people.
still a lot.
I think 3 is like a lot. So after that, it's just
Well,
like
my
you guys
mom
are
and dad
brave.
both have 5 brothers and sisters. I mean, granted I don't talk to any of my family members, but they're all like separately on both sides, very close wherever they live and live their lives or whatever. So I've seen how that plays out, And I'd love to, like, in theory, be like a Kardashian family, like where everyone's super tight and bonded and this and that. But now I'm like, maybe I need to pull like an Angelina Jolie and just adopt. And like in theory, like having a baby, they say is it's the most uneco-friendly thing you could do. Not like people intentionally do it for those reasons. But I was like, you know what? I'm scared shitless anyways. Might as well save the environment and adopt. But I'm still in the back of my head like, do you think like would you like is that like as a woman like as a having a female body, I'm like I can do it. Like, did you think it was a beautiful experience to at least like go through? And do you think like obviously your kids are worth it and everything, but like in theory like you said, you're done having kids, but did you overall the experience of being pregnant? Did you think it was like beautiful and
no, not
everything
like,
the movies makes
not
it
like
look
how people
to be?
say, you know, people say it's like a beautiful thing. You should be happy. You shouldn't be crying or sad.
So you didn't really enjoy
know?
being pregnant?
Not my second time around. Not my second time around. My first time,
It was more fun and exciting.
It was fun, and it was like you're looking forward to so much, you know.
Yeah.
And then, but like I said, if it wasn't for my fiance, like he doesn't have any kids, and me and him, you know, he wanted a baby so bad. Yeah, it's just like it's like, you know, he wanted a baby so bad it made me like want a baby too. You know, I actually wanted another. I wanted a boy because of him. You know, I wanted another one. Yeah, I did. So I mean, if it wasn't for like meeting him, I think I would be perfectly fine with just my one daughter, you know.
I love
for
that.
sure, because pregnancy it's rough. I mean my first labor, that was, I mean, like I had to have an emergency C-section, so that was horrible. Let me tell you, everything that I was scared that I thought could happen to me, that I was scared to happen to me, happened to me, like in labor.
What a couple,
it was like, okay, so
couple things that happened.
So my labor was at least like 42, 47 hours, something like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so being like having contractions all day and then going to the hospital and them telling you you're not dilated enough, go home. So then you go home and then I come back and it's like, okay, you're dilated enough for us to keep you, but then I'm not. That's it. I'm like not opening anymore, you know? So then they have to give you medicine. And when that kicked in, it's like.
So you were originally planning to give birth vaginally?
Yeah.
Got it.
So, yeah. And so, I mean, skip forward to me starting to push. I was pushing for like 4 hours because my midwife, well, I don't know. She kept saying that the baby's right there. Like, we can see the head right there, you know? And I'm like I was determined. Like, I even had like, I think I had the epidural, but I was like so determined. They came and they brought a mirror out for me, you know, to like.
Did you see
like,
the head?
I didn't see shit. And so I'm like, what the fuck? And then they came and there was this pole like thing that went around my bed. And then
for you to hold on
like,
to
and
it?
yeah, they wrapped like a towel around it for me like to hold and push. I don't know how I did it, but I turned around on all fours to like, and like, you know, position trying to push. And like, finally I asked for like the C-section. I'm like, I give up. Like, I want a C-section. And they were like, no. I don't know why.
Assholes.
But my mom was in the room. My sister was in the room. I had like 3 aunts in my room. My baby sister was hiding in the closet because I wanted to scare the shit out of her.
Home?
Let me tell you.
You were at home giving.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was in the hospital. They only allow like 2-3 people.
But
in
you
there.
had 10.
But no, like I even had so many nurses for some reason walking in and out with like my legs like wide open, trying to push this baby. But like it's crazy because in the moment you don't give a fuck who sees you.
They were cheering you on too.
Yeah, they were. But like when I gave up, my mom was like, "Babe, no." She's like, "She's right there." And my midwife was like, "No, you got this."
So your mom could like.
So everyone was encouraged. Like, so I kept going and I kept trying to push. Like, my family told me like I look like death. Like I was like so white, you can tell, like I was so tired.
All your energy.
Yes. And then finally they're like, okay, you have to have a C-section. I'm like, yes. And then you know, in the middle of that, they bring you a bunch of paperwork to sign before they go
just
and
in case.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
It's so crazy. But then I had to, and being on that like surgery bed to like for them to get the baby out, it was like I didn't even care. Like at that moment, what happened, like I didn't even care. I just get her out. I don't give a fuck what you guys do. Just get her out, you know? But
oh my God. So then when you finally saw her, you were like,
no, when I finally seen her, I was like, I looked at her and I was like, just exhausted. They just took her.
Aww.
My mom followed her. But
how old is she now?
She's 9. She's a big girl now. Her? I tell her all the time. I show her my stomach. I'm like, look
look what you did.
Girl,
and I scare her. You don't want babies, you know.
Yeah.
But then, so experiencing the second C-section was a lot different from the first. You know, it's like more like calm, and they tell you this and that, and
so the second pregnancy more rough, but the second birth better.
But yeah, labor wise, the first was horrible. Second was smooth and lovely. Like, it was so lovely.
Oh, good.
But it was like the calm before the storm, because my son, since 3 months old, has not wanted. He doesn't like to be cradled. He wants to be like, he wants to see everything.
What's his birthday?
November 2nd. He's Scorpio. Oof. That's so scary. I know.
Oh my
He's
God.
a Scorpio.
That is scary.
He is a lot from morning to night. He is a lot. You can't keep your eyes off him. And then he doesn't want you out of his sight neither. So they say it's a boy thing, but I mean, I'm obsessed with him too. He's so handsome. Like, you guys need to let me show you.
Yes, show us.
And then show the cameras too.
Let me show you. Maybe find it on.
While you're finding that photo, keep finding it. But I have to ask, because we have to wrap up in a second. Okay. I have like a really corny question to ask you.
What is it?
Did your fiance, like, when you were pregnant having sex, was he ever like, I can feel the baby?
No.
Was he concerned about that?
Not that I could think
was
of.
Was he ever like, I'm scared I'm gonna touch the baby with the tip?
But I do feel, like I said, like he is more like, I felt like he's more focused on making sure I don't feel.
Okay, he's not even thinking about the tip. So he never was like, something
no,
grabbed me.
I could tell though. I could tell like something in his face. Like, he did not.
He was just a little scared, right?
Yeah.
He's a trooper. We love him. What's his name?
His name's Raymond.
Raymond.
Shout out to you.
Shout out Raymond. That sounds like a good dude.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
Do you have the picture of your
son?
Yeah. We need to
show you.
This
was us at the pumpkin patch. I took off his costume.
He is
so
my
cute. God.
Let me show you his costume.
He has swagger. He's lady killer.
Do you guys know who Dustin is from Stranger Things? Do you guys watch Stranger Things?
Yeah, I've seen Stranger Things.
Okay, so he was Dustin from Stranger Things.
Aww.
And my daughter was 11.
God.
She was 11.
Lady
look at his
killer.
smile.
Cute.
He has like
yes,
you need to keep him in the house.
I know.
He's so freaking cute.
Yes,
oh my God, I want to pull his little cheeks.
Dude, look at this one. Look at this one.
It's
so
looks for me like
it's just
show it to our
it's literally
watchers.
Like the attitude. I love when you see a child just serving attitude in a photo.
They're sassy.
Like,
he
they're
knows
sassy.
that little boy knows what he wants. He observes everything, and he's just like, he's really smart, and he's smart and clumsy and wild. He scares me, but I love him so much. I'm right there. That's why you guys don't see me on Instagram as much, but I'm still here.
It's okay.
Yeah, tell them where to find you on Instagram.
Oh yeah, you guys follow my Instagram at the official Green Queen. I'm actually working on my merch line too, and it's gonna be really fun.
We are excited to see that.
So look out for that.
We'll tag Eylean.
Any websites
on Instagram
that they should visit?
I am actually tomorrow. I'm supposed to go and work on my website, but yeah,
okay,
I know.
You guys.
I
then
wish
if
I had
not,
it.
In the meantime, make sure to follow her Instagram so that you can go to her website.
Yes, I got dab mats, posters,
t-shirts
coming. You know, they're pretty cool.
Dab mat.
I want to see
I
those.
love that.
Yeah, that's right.
I honestly love
had to make
dab mats.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, that concludes today's episode of Stoned and Horny. Thank you guys so much for listening. Remember, if you want a chance to join the conversation, follow us on Instagram at the Stoned and Horny Podcast and leave us a comment. Don't forget to follow us on all socials to stay updated with all the Stoned and Horny news. Also, we just want to give a special thank you and shout out again to Hemper.
Shout out to Hemper.
You guys can go on the Hemper website or find them at Hemper Co. on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I think they're Hemper Co. on literal just like everything. Oops, sorry, dropped my phone. They're Hemper Co. on everything. And again, they're monthly boxes you can subscribe to. if you're obsessed with any of the products inside the boxes, you can just go to the website and buy past products. And you guys, honestly, all these little dab rigs that we got today
They're super cute.
were the
So
cutest.
cute.
I'm not gonna lie, I think my favorite one was the one
whole,
that Eylean
yes,
got.
I want all of them though.
Oh, collect them all.
Yeah, you
I mean,
collect them
well,
all. They're like a collection for sure. You gotta
Mhm.
collect them, huh?
oh yeah, no, dope.
Yeah, I have like a year's worth.
Do you?
I'm like a
I do
sucker for
see
good
with them, yeah.
packaging. Like, I wish I could just keep these
Yeah, the
boxes. 'cause
boxes
they're
are adorable.
So cute.
It's everything. Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Eylean.
Thank you
I
so
had so
much
much
for
fun,
being here. And thank you, Hemper Co. And again, if you want to follow us, join the conversation, anything else, follow the Stoned and Horny podcast. And we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.